Yo, what's the deal? What's the deal? What's going on, everybody? Love, love. Happy Wednesday, happy Wellness and Wisdom Wednesday, man. We're back again, another episode of SRDaily, episode 681. Episode 681. Today I am excited again. I'm grateful to finishing this month strong. Next few days, going into August, man. So, newfound focus, man. We're gonna do a light detox, change some dietary habits, right? We're gonna make some adjustments. August. I'm gonna let you know Friday. Friday is the final day. We're gonna figure out exactly what that's gonna be, what that commitment, what that discipline is gonna be for August. But we definitely got to make some adjustments, right? Man, life is a steady journey, learning and self-discovery. And man, listen, I got a food addiction. I have a food addiction. I have a sweets addiction. I know it, right? And I'm not afraid or ashamed to admit it. And I know I also can get it under control, right? And I know I have the discipline inside of me to just be more disciplined, right? Like have more strength. Man. So I'm excited to finish the month, right? I had some cheesecake and some ice cream last night. I might have some cookies in the month, right? It's a very emotional month. All right, a lot came into perspective, or a lot came into just like view this month. Some changes, definitely some pain, a lot of pain. All right. I know I know I'm stronger than my struggles. I know I'm stronger than my challenges. I know that I can, in spite of the challenges, stay committed to the goals, stay committed to the focus, right? I can stay focused on the goals that I want personally, professionally. And so, man, right? It's Leo season. My moon is Leo, right? Today is full moon in Aquarius, right? There's a lot of shit going on. There's a lot of energy out there, man. Man. But yo, man, happy Wednesday. We are back. Episode 681, Wednesday, July 29th. Two more days in July. August is right there. August is Saturday. August 1st is Saturday, man. What a time, what a year, what a month, what a fucking decade, right? Like, what a life. And as challenging as it has been, how beautiful has it been as well, all right? I know I can speak for myself, and when I speak to others, if they can see a little bit beyond their pain point, they will also admit, and they have, that life is still beautiful. Losing a mother, losing a father, divorce, breakup, time without your children, financial hardships, housing uncertainty, health scares, right? Whole bunch of shit has gone on in the lives of everybody I know, right? And the great majority of them will still say life is beautiful, life is still good, all right? Because they understand the dynamic that it's challenging and it's beautiful, and they both could exist at the same time on the same day, in the same situation. You could be sad, you could be at a funeral, right? You could be going through some fucked up shit and laugh, genuinely laugh and smile, and still be grateful. And the attitude of gratitude is how you get more things to be grateful for. All right, simple as that. But man. Listen, thanks for tuning in. We are going to get the show started. Once again, I'm your boy, your host, Sean Sugar Marson. This is episode 681 of SRDaily. It is Wednesday, July 29th, 2026. Let's pull these notes up. And let's cut this music and let's get this thing. Let's get right here. Let's get this thing started. Let me stop the music. Let's pull these notes up. So we're going to start with our first segment of the day. As always, today's first segment is a phrase of the day. Today's phrase is 2 words. Simple. God is. God is. And this shit has so much power in it. Kind of reminds me of I am. Right? I am. Anything after I am, you call it into existence. You're calling it to be manifested. So which is why when you say I am in lower vibrational word, a negative connotation, I've been there. That's what you get. And then you get what you get and you can't be upset, right? Like you get what you get. You asked for this shit. You spoke the shit saying I'm this and I'm that and I'm no this and I'm not that and I am piece of this and I've been there. I've said it and then wondering why my life was going a certain way. Shift the mindset. Your outer world is merely a result of your inner world, right? The mindset, the mental communication, the mental chatter that you have with yourself is ultimately what plays out in the physical realm in one way, shape, form, or another. And so God is. God is. God is good. God is great. God is all powerful. God is all knowing. God is everywhere at all times. God is right here, right now, in this moment, in this pain. God still is. In this loss, God still is. In this uncertainty, God still is. In the season of pain, God still is. In the season of loss, God still is. Present, always, omnipresent, right? Omnipresent, omnipotent, and omniscient. Everywhere, all times, all powerful, all knowing. God is. So what can you endure? What could you experience that's without God? Nothing. What could happen in your life that's absent from God's presence? Nothing. You went through the struggle, you was going through hell, God was right there guiding you. Right? You was going through the fucking toughest season of your life, God was right there pushing you, carrying you, nurturing you still. Because you're still here. And even this is you're still here. Even when you transition, you're still there. So you're still here, right? So God is everywhere all times, even in the darkest times of your life. God is there. I remember growing up, they used to have the photo, people at church and different church folks, right, would have the photo of sand, right, footprints in the sand. And it was like, I was walking on the beach or something like that. I saw footprints in the sand. There were two sets of footprints, but when I needed you most, there was only one. How could you abandon me? How could you leave me? Something like that, right? And it was like, no. When you only saw one set of footprints, I didn't abandon you. That's when I carried you. You were carried through the darkest days, and you felt like you couldn't get through it. You felt like there was no way. I don't know about nobody else, but I know I've been in those situations. I'm like, there's no way this shit can get better. Like, this shit feels like literally the whole world is crashing down. I feel like I'm going to suffocate under this fucking pain. This pain is too much. It's unbearable. I can't make it. I don't have it in me to make it. It's over. Only reason I'm still here is because I ain't have the strength to end it myself. But this shit is over. I'm ready to go. Ain't nothing gonna work out. And then you wake up another day. And then you wake up another day. And then you wake up another day. And then you have a conversation. And then you make a phone call. And then you get an email. Right? And then you notice something. And then before you know it, that was just a thing of the past. You're in a completely different space. God was there, always carrying you. Know that. Trust that. Lean into that. Right? So God is whatever God is in your eyes. So it's important that you have the right perspective, right? This is why education is fucking important. Yes, it's personal preference. Of course, it's personal. Yes, all that shit. But education is important. Language, right? Etymology, right? Like spiritual education, history, right? Culture. All of this shit goes into shaping perspective of what is God? What is this all-powerful force? What is it really? Right? And what does it mean? Right? To me, in relation to my existence today, where I come from, where I'm at, and where I'm going. This shit is deep, man. But it's not that deep, right? It's really, I mean, I guess it is, but it's really education. We just got to learn. We got to learn, unlearn, and relearn. Unlearn, relearn, right? But that's our first segment of the day, man. Like, well, God is everything, right? Everything. All powerful, all knowing, everywhere, all time. So what can God not do? God did it before. God could do it again. God, we look at the situations of so many people, great people in the history of humanity. The great majority have been in dire circumstances from birth through adulthood, through life, right? Extreme illness, born in poverty, born out of rape, right? Born in fucking abandoned buildings, born premature and survived. Like so many different situations from all of the different people that have ever lived. And the greatest amongst us are the ones who went through some of the greatest pains. How do they become the greatest amongst us? Because perseverance, resilience are symbols of God. How much can you endure? How patient could you be? Right? How much faith do you have? And all you need is faith the size of a motherfucking mustard seed. All you need is a little bit. Hold on just a little bit longer. Just another moment. Know that it's going to be okay just a little bit longer. Even if it doesn't seem that way. Even if it doesn't feel that way. Even if everything inside of you tells you right now this shit is fucked up. Hold on a little longer. Because God turns everything around. All right. Yeah, man, that's this some deep shit that I'm grateful that I came into consciousness of. I did not have this mindset my whole life, right? It's not something that I was taught, not something I learned, something I learned just through life, man, through life's experience, right? Through study, through reflection, through observation, and through experience, man. And I'm proud that I learned this because this shit has helped me like tremendously, right? In ways I can't even fully explain. Has this mindset shift helped my life? I noticed the posture from riding that fucking scooter. This shit is up more. Crazy. I gotta do some posture work. I gotta figure out how to realign my shit. This is just more conscious, right? More conscious and aware. All right. Anyway, yo, Mona Love, what's up? What's up? What's up, baby love? Happy Wellness and Wisdom Wednesday. Listen, let's go to our second segment of the day, our Needs No News of the day. We're gonna talk about it. We're gonna put it out there, man. Yesterday's interview on Pix 11 was absolutely incredible. I am extremely proud of myself. Extremely proud of myself. Extremely humbled. I sat there literally yesterday. So I went to Queensbridge. I watched it with my mom. So right, I watched the interview with my mother and QB yesterday. Right. We streamed it on the TV, and like she was in tears, man. Like she recorded the whole thing with her phone. 18-minute interview. She recorded with her phone. And it was dope. I covered some neuroscience shit, right? Like I covered some spiritual stuff. We spoke about youth and prefrontal cortex. We spoke about meditation and how that like changes the world, changes lives individually, families, communities, and the world at large. Because when humans are able to sit with themselves, when humans are able to sit with those uncomfortable emotions, when humans are able to sit, like feel the emotion, right? That's the first. Feel the survival instinct kick in, feel the emotion, sit with that shit, and then mix that with some logic, your prefrontal cortex, ability to think logically, next steps, right? Ability to respond rather than react. Like if we can teach that to children and they grow and see that to their children, we change the whole world. So we spoke about that. We spoke about so much more, man. Like it was really dope. We spoke about me being shot right in front of my friends and just how my whole life changed, right? Not just right after that, but how that was like part of the transformation. Because when I ended up going to prison and the brother who shot me got killed, you guys know the story. I was happy at first, and then Spirit was like, "Nah, there's still another black man. Don't be happy that any black man is dead." Right? Like you were both victims of the same struggle. If you ain't want this shit to happen, don't be in the streets. And so that was something I spoke about in the interview that came out yesterday. Was like, she was like, what's one of the lessons? I said, we are products of our choices, right? If I say I don't want this bad thing to happen, things can happen anyway. The more choices you make that put you in those predicaments, the more likely that thing that you say you don't want is going to happen. We spoke about that yesterday, the power of words. Stop focusing on what you don't want. What you focus on expands. So even if you're focusing on what you don't want, I don't want to be broke. I don't want to be fat. I don't want to meet another person who ain't shit, right? You end up living that out, right? Because what you focus on, what you speak repeatedly is what manifests in your life. This shit is science, right? It's energy exchange. As you put out, what comes back. No energy escapes the universe. What goes around comes back around. It was said in hip hop. Yo, the whoa, what's going on, my brother? Peace and love, peace and love, peace and love, man. One of my favorite people, motherfucker. Whoa, you know what I mean? S. Dot, my Brody. Peace and love, my brother. But yeah, man, that shit was dope, right? Nicole Johnson did an incredible job. Her team did an incredible job. It was, if I'm not mistaken, supposed to be a 10-minute interview initially. It was an 18-minute interview. They kept much of what I said. They did not edit a lot out. Grateful that I was able to rock my brother Ruck's shirt, his I Am King shirt, and my brother Uncut, his hat, his Protect Your Heart hat, 423, which is above all else, protect your heart. Because that shit is dope. Like, that's what I want to do with my platforms. I want to be able to represent brands that I know, fashion brands that I know, that, you know, need support, want support, that I like, that I want to support. All right. I want to support independent brands, man. So like even when we get the studio for the Sugar Ray show, right? I want to have artwork up there every week. I want to change the artwork. I want a different artist to be featured, have their artwork just in the back, right? Feature different artists. I want to wear different clothes from different fashion designers, right? Different independent fashion designers. Drink beverages, right, from beverage companies. First, number one, Miss Juicy, of course, right? We got the beverage company, so I'm gonna have Miss Juicy, but I also drink beverages from other companies, right? Teas and things like that, right? I want to have books, and I just want all of my platforms to be reflective of the people who I love and support in the communities that I'm a part of. Right, that's really what I want. Yeah, you gotta watch the interview. I'm gonna send it to you, bro. I'll text it. I'll text it to your phone. When I'm done with this, I'll definitely send it to you. It's on YouTube. It's on the Pix 11 website. It's on the app, Pix 11 app, but it's also on YouTube. So I will send you the YouTube link. Share it out, man. I appreciate that, brother. But listen, man. Once again, that was epic. Nicole Johnson show Victims Voices. Follow their Instagram page, Victims Voices. Check them out, man. They cover stories here in NYC of people who've been through some shit, right? People who've been through some shit, man. People who were assaulted or brutalized and overcame, right? And then became something more. But let's go to our next segment. Said Fusen Kofa, peace and love, my brother. Oh, baby love, said you bodied that interview. Thank you. What I really love about the interview is that I slowed down, right? I'm learning to speak a little slower, right? Especially when I'm being interviewed. I speak naturally, fast, right? But I'm learning to slow down again, especially interviews when I have something that people want to hear. I have something that I want people to hear. And so, yeah, let's go to our next segment, our third segment of the day. Today's third segment, as always, is our tip of the day. Today's tip is this gets a lot of controversy, but be humble. Gets a lot of flack, right? Be humble. And I get the fucking flack, right? Because like, humble has multiple meanings. Humble can mean dumbing yourself down or belittling yourself or seeing yourself as not important. And there are times when people want to humble you, right? You're succeeding, you're winning, you're doing a great job at something, and people want to humble you. So remember where you came from. Remember that it's like, what? It's like, oh, be humble. Like, people don't want you to brag about your accomplishments. I'm going to say brag about your accomplishments. Know how fucking great you are. So when I speak about be humble, right? When I give that tip, it's not for you to say, oh, Sugar Ray want me to belittle myself. No, not at all. Know you are fucking great. Know that you are super important. Know that you are dope. Know that you can do any fucking thing that you put your fucking mind to. Know that shit. Trust that shit and go make that shit happen. When I speak about being humble, it simply means having a reverence for life and source energy, right? So awe-inspiring, right? Being awe, like, yo, if divine source energy could lift the fucking waters over a fucking building, if divine source energy, if God could make the earth crack the fuck open and buildings fall inside, right? If God could make these fucking winds spin so fucking fast and so harsh that it knocks buildings down, right? If all of that shit could happen, have reverence for that spirit. Have reverence and know that everything great that you have, everything that you are, could be taken away in the blink of an eye. Your senses, you could lose your sight, right? You could lose your ability to touch, right? Your ability to feel, your ability to taste, your ability to see, your ability to hear, your ability to smell, right? You can lose the person closest to you, your child, your parent, your spouse, your sibling, in the blink of a fucking eye. You can lose your leg. You can walk down the stairs, slip, trip, fall, break your fucking leg, right? Hit your fucking head. Now you got brain damage. So that's what I mean by be humble. Know that this shit could end at any moment. Not belittle yourself, right? Not see yourself as of low importance. No, know that you were great. Talk your shit. Walk with your fucking chest out and know that, right? As great as you are, others are great too, right? As great as you are, other people are great too. So you are not more important than another person. That's what I mean, right? And too often people get inflated egos and they think that they're the best thing out there. And it's like, you could think that, cool, right? Somebody said, I'm humble enough to know that other people are great, right? But I'm confident enough that nobody does what I do. Nobody could do what you could do. And so that's the confidence. That's the nobody's you. Nobody could be you, even if they fucking try. Even if they mimicked every single thing that you did. Spoke like you, walk like you, talk like you, dress like you. They don't got the secret sauce. So that's your spirit. That's your soul. That's your consciousness. That's you. Only you have that, right? So yeah, walk with your fucking chest out, talk your fucking big shit, and know that like other people got the same shit. Other people got the same thing inside of them, right? And they're important and they're great, right? And everything that you have, you could lose in the moment. So like, chill, enjoy it, celebrate, be great, know that you're great, and know that it could all be over in the blink of an eye, right? But yeah, man, so that's the tip, right? And that's what I mean by that, man. Because I hear people say it all the time, like, yo, nah. Like, people gave whole lectures a few years ago on social media about it, like, you shouldn't be humble and all this and all that. And I'm like, I get it. I get it. A lot of times, in, I guess, the last 10, 15, 20 years, when people have mentioned humility or being humble, it's been to tell someone, like, chill. Don't talk so much about your shit. Don't think you're so great, right? Like, belittle yourself. Like, remember who you are. Remember that you came from poverty. Remember that you were poor. And it's like, whoa, like, all right, I was there and now I'm here, right? I was there and now I'm here. Simple as that. But let's go to our fourth and final segment of the day. We're going to go to our fourth segment. We're going to read some shit. Stefu saying, Cole, for my brother, said, congratulations, baby brother. I appreciate you, Ken. You got to watch the interview, man. You got to watch it. You got to watch it with Derek. You know what I mean? You got to watch it with our boy from the motherfucking motherland, who I got to hit up, because we got some meetings. We got to have another meeting and put some shit together. But our fourth segment, as always, our build of the day, man. Today's build, we're going to talk about reincarnation. We're going to talk about becoming, right? And so let's pull up this Gaia website, right? It's some shit that came across my email this morning. So you guys know I got this Gaia subscription. I need to watch more shit on Gaia, because Gaia got some of the dopest shit that I've seen. It's a lot. It's like overwhelming. And it's easier for me to just go pick a movie. But I'm going to be more disciplined and watch more educational shit, right? That I can take notes from, learn from, right? Movies are cool. I love movies. I aspire to make blockbuster films, aspire to act and write blockbuster films. And so I love movies on all of the different networks and platforms. And I got to do a better job, be more disciplined with my educational shit that's directly related to the companies that I'm building, right? So reincarnation, right? Becoming, right? Mona said, perspective is everything. Absolutely. So when I speak about becoming now, I'm not talking about becoming someone new, but I am really talking about becoming who you've always been, right? So this is a documentary, right? Let's pull it up again and let's read. So this is called Becoming Who I Was, right? And let's read the description. A seemingly ordinary boy from Ladakh learns that he is the reincarnation of a highly revered Tibetan Buddhist master, carrying a legacy that reaches beyond a single lifetime. Recognized as a Rinpoche, that is I forgot exactly the meaning. Let's pull it up real quick. Let's pull up Rinpoche. What is, because the first time I heard it, I heard it during the study of Buddhism in Tibet, right? But I heard a person actually speak it, this French artist, Michel Pascal. So in Tibetan Buddhism, Rinpoche is a honorific title that literally means precious one or precious Jew. It is used as a term of high respect to address or refer to senior teachers, reincarnate lamas, and monastery abbots who have shown deep spiritual wisdom and realization, right? So Rinpoche is a spiritual teacher, right? Senior teacher, a precious one. So let's go back, all right? So recognized as a Rinpoche, young Palmer Angdu is destined to inherit a sacred spiritual lineage, but his path is far from straightforward. Separated from the monastery, disciples, and privileges traditionally associated with his role, Palmer faces an unexpected journey of remembrance, identity, and belonging. With the unwavering support of his aging godfather, he sets out across the Himalayan region in search of the people, places, and teachings connected to his former life. Blending breathtaking landscapes with an intimate human story, this moving documentary explores reincarnation, devotion, and the enduring bonds that transcend death, asking what it truly means to remember who you are. What does it mean to remember who you are? All right. I tell a story all the time. My daughter, Usha, right? Usha, since she could talk, said that she came from a different planet. Right? Since she could speak, she said she came from a planet called Sanic. The more she learned to speak, the more she developed her language, right? She remembers being born. Usha remembers being born. She literally has told myself and her mother and my mother and a few others, right? She said she was in a dark place. She said she heard noises like far away, right? This is her in the womb hearing noises. Me talk, her mother talk. Said she heard noises far away. It said, and then she said it was like wet. She said, and then she remembers like just like going through a tunnel. So she was going real fast through a tunnel, and it was wet. And then she came, and then it was light, and then she remembers crying. When she came out, she looked at me like I caught my. I'm so proud that I was there. Like all these challenges, because it was perfect for a moment. All right, I was there. I caught my daughter out the womb. The doctor didn't touch her first. It was me. I touched my daughter first. Caught her. Right, doctors helped pull her out, and she looked at me. Right, like, oh, my daughter looked at me. She was fucking incredible. She looked at me. And I cut her umbilical cord a little bit later. I was there. She didn't cry right away. She cried a little bit later, right? But she remembers being born. She remembers being another planet. She said that she was bigger, right? She had children and grandchildren, and she remembers the shit. And so it goes to the question, right? Like I remember my study of like religions and spiritual systems, and I remember I was studying. I was in Tibet, not like physically in Tibet, but I was in Tibetan scrolls and books and shit like that, right? And they were talking about what made Jesus the Christ so special. One writer was like, Jesus never forgot who he was. Jesus knew as long as he was like as long as he could remember that he was God. Where a lot of us forget that we are God. A lot of us think we're just this body, right? We forget that we are part and parcel of the whole, which is eternal, everlasting, right? That's established. We forgot that, many of us. He said Jesus never forgot. He knew from forever that he was God and what he came here to do. Right? So who are you? Yo, Sister Mecca, what's going on, my sister? Oh man, peace and love, peace and blessings, peace and blessings. Good to see you. Right? So like who were you before you got here? And so I to some degree know that the reason I have this mission to heal the world, to make it a better place, the reason that for my whole life, when certain things have happened, I've gotten really, really, really sad. I've learned how to deal with it, right? I learned how to manage it, but I used to get sad, like really sad and reserved. Like I will fall back, and now I can't go outside for 2 days, 3 days. I just want to be in the house playing the game because I'm sad, right? And I still get sad, and now I know pretty much. I know how to move that energy, right? Sad because I know that there was a time that I existed that things wasn't like this, or we weren't killing each other the way we are now, and not just black folk killing each other, people in general, humans killing each other. We weren't killing animals the way we are now. We weren't exploiting each other in the planet, in animals, in nature the way we are now. We live together in harmony. I know that. I see when I close my mind's eye, I see paradise. I see heaven on earth where everything is connected and everything works together. And yes, things rise and fall, things come and go, things are born, things die. Yes, but not like this. I remember that time. And so it's like, remember who you are, right? Remember who you've always been. Remember who you were before you got here. There are spiritual teachers, there are Reiki masters, there are people who do the hypnotherapists, right? Where they help you remember past lives. They help you remember, because like every interest you have, right? Especially the ones that you can't explain, every skill that you have, especially the ones that you can't explain, I and many others like to say it's because it is part of who you used to be, who you were before you got here, who you was in a previous life, right? And so we say soul contract. Your soul came here to fulfill a contract. Your soul came here to do a certain work, right? And so even when the tragedies happen, right? Even when the tragedies happen, the most gruesome thing that you could think of that happens, yes, it's sad. Yes, we should fucking feel. Yes, we should cry. We should empathize with the person or persons who were hurt, who were harmed. Absolutely, we should. We must, and we do. And we can still know that may Buddha's name be praised. In Jesus' name, amen. This is all part of a divine process. This is God's plan, not ours. All right. Sometimes as parents, some parents discipline their children in a way that's like I don't agree with. And sometimes you create a discipline or you do something to your child, you take something away, right? to try to teach them a lesson. To them, it's painful. Like, oh, I did A, B, C, X, Y, Z, and then this was your response. That shit hurts. And you know that in your mind, you did it for a reason. You did it because you wanted them to get a lesson. All right? And the shit is so deep, right? Yo, my motherfucking man legend, Jamil, what's going on, brother? Jamil motherfucking Ellis, top of the motherfucking morning, brother. Yeah, I don't know why you got me putting on my motherfucking comedy voice. You know what I mean? But yo, listen, man, that's our show for today. Sister Mecca, I'm glad you caught it as well. Listen, we're long overdue for the interview. I am gearing up, preparing, always preparing, right, to get the shit done I need to get done. And I love you, my sister. I love you. And yeah, man, always a brother in me. But guys, that's our show for today. Thank you so much for tuning in. Please do join us tomorrow. Same time, same place, 9 a.m. to 9:30 a.m. Once again, I'm your boy, your host, LaShawn Sugar Marston. This is SR Daily, episode 681. We got 19 more episodes till our next milestone, episode 700, which is going to be our final episode. 700 is going to be done. We are, in the meantime, in between time, going to pitch the Sugar Ray Show. We want that shit on national TV, Channel 11. We're going to figure this shit out and send me all the good energy so we can make this shit happen, because this face belongs on primetime, baby. This face, this brown skin right here, belongs on motherfucking Channel 11 at 6 p.m. Mondays through Fridays. Talking this shit. Less cussing, of course, right? Because we're going to be on TV. But yeah, man, that's the life that I'm stepping into. National fucking TV. Right? This face belongs on TV. Anyway, tomorrow, 9 a.m., 9:30 a.m., Facebook Live, YouTube Live, and TikTok Live, of course. Remember, it's not getting knocked down. That's the problem. It's staying down. So get up! Oh! The power is in you. As always, be kind to yourself and be kind to each other. Peace and love. In that order. You know it, sister. In that motherfucking order. Peace. Talk your shit. Forever and ever and ever. 100.